Part 2 of 3. High value and holiday lets, tenants, and arrears risk. If you own high value or holiday let property. High Value Council Tax Surcharge. If you own a £2 million plus property, for example prime London, or a large block, budget an extra £2,500 to £7,500 a year from 2028. Scaled by value bands. Short-term holiday lets. A future nightly levy set by local mayors will hit serviced accommodation and Airbnbs in certain areas. Think of it as a mini local tourist tax layered on top of existing costs. For most of the agency landlords focused on standard single lets and HMOs in the Midlands, the mansion surcharge is unlikely to bite. In a minority of cases, landlords with larger HMOs or blocks, which also had their council tax rebanded as part of their development, may be affected and need to budget accordingly. What this means for tenants and your arrears risk. This budget is a bit stick for landlords, bit carrot for lower income households, income boosts for working tenants. National living wage NLW up by 4.1% from April 2026. 21. £12.71 per hour, up from £12.21. 18 to 20, £10.85 per hour. Under 18s and apprentices, £8 per hour. That's roughly £900 a year more for a full-time worker on the NLW. To child universal credit limit scrapped from April 2026. Larger families on UC will get support for all their children, not just the first two. The government expects this to lift around 450,000 children out of poverty. Landlord implication. More income for many low-paid and benefit-reliant tenants should help with rent affordability and arrears, especially for larger households, a positive from a management and stability perspective. Cost of living relief. From April 2026. Energy bills cut by about £150 a year on average, via shifting some green scheme costs off bills and into general taxation. Warm home discount expanded, so around 6 million households get £150 off bills this winter, and more capital funding for the Warm Homes Plan to tackle fuel poverty. Some regulated rail fares in England frozen until March 2027, softening commuting costs. Prescription charges frozen at £9.90 in England, plus caps on prepayment certificates. These don't change rent directly, but they reduce the monthly squeeze on many households. Less pressure on essentials should lead to better ability to keep up with rent, but LHA is still frozen. Local housing allowance remains unchanged. For tenants who rely heavily on housing benefit, UC housing element, the gap between support and real-world rents continues to widen. Landlord implication. Higher arrears risk remains particularly acute for households fully reliant on LHA. This is where careful tenant selection, realistic rent levels, guarantors, and early arrears intervention remain crucial. Next in this series, post 3 of 3, your budget to-do list, practical actions to take now, and how TU New Yen management will support you.